Say, Lord, today I want to live the rest of my life for you. So I'm going to pray with this young man. If you raised your hand, make sure you step out. It's okay. Young people, if you're 10 years old, 12 years old, it's okay. Step out and say, I want to be saved. I want to know that if God takes me home, that I'll live with Him. I want to be with Jesus. It's all right. Keep stepping out. It's okay. We're in no hurry. Today, God sent you here specifically for this. Ask yourself, am I saved? If you don't know for sure, just step out. Grab somebody by the hand and say, walk with me. They won't let you walk by yourself. They'll say, yeah, come on. If you want me to come get you, just wave your hand and say, come on, brother. They're still coming from the back, right and left. Hallelujah. Folks, if you can't feel this, you would sweat. God's moving. There's not a story or a movie that could be produced that would show you His love today. I just beg you not to leave without knowing, without a shadow of a doubt, that you're going to heaven. Give your life to Him and say, today I want to live for you, Lord. Don't let anybody pray by themselves. If you ain't got any reason to pray, you've got several up here right now. You could step out of that pew and say, I need to get in the trenches. There's some high school students up here that they need God, that they're seeking His face. Could be your granddaughter, your grandson, your husband, your wife. If you're back there this morning, you're hearing under my voice, make sure you know. I'll tell it as long as this microphone will hold up. Giving you a chance to come to God. Just talk to Him. Young people, grab somebody by the hand and say, I want to get saved. I pray with this little girl. Make sure, I'll keep saying it over and over and over, that you're saved. All the way back to the back, sitting outside of this building. If you're outside, make sure that you're saved. Divine purpose, divine reason that you're here today at this building and you're sitting in that seat because God made the way for you. You don't want another day to pass. Just imagine, He's already got the book open, just hoping. All He's got to do is just write it in. He's waiting for you. If you hear me this morning, the God that I serve, hardest step you'll ever make is the first. The best step you'll ever make is when you rise up from your knees and feel the cool, sweet sensation of salvation run through your soul. And to know, today I am a child of the King. That's what matters today. Don't be defeated, friend. Just talk to God. If you're struggling with finding a way, look over at somebody and say, would you walk with me? If you've got to run, run. If you got to push somebody out of the pew, push them out. Say, get out of my way. My Jesus is waiting on me. So many of you that's raised your hands, you still ain't come up yet. Don't be afraid. God's working. Can you feel Him this morning? If we could just see the angels rejoicing right now. Make sure, I keep saying it over and over and over, if you're not saved, don't wait. There's at least 15 other people that raised their hands this morning that wants to be saved. Young people, I ain't forgetting you. Kids, I ain't forgetting you. Make sure that you know you're saved, okay? You don't have to be a teenager to get saved. Just talk to your pastor. Somebody sitting right there around you and say, would you go pray with me? I want to be saved. There's a whole bunch of folks that's raised their hand. I'm trying to give you every chance I can. Don't worry about no food. There's still folks that you can see that's just literally bound up, that they're wanting to come up so bad, they're just waiting on somebody to move. Just takes a step. One step. The night I got saved, 168 young people got saved in one service. The Spirit of God was so thick, I had my hands clenched on the back of that old pew. And I kept thinking, Lord, let this go away. I don't want to do this. And there's still folks coming. But I held on to the back of that pew as long as I could. And that church was packed with 1,500 folks. And I kept praying, I don't want this. I don't know what it is. I could feel my heart beating through my chest. I'll tell you, the last thing I remember is just letting go. The altar was so packed your family couldn't get to pray with you all the way from the balcony down. All you could do is reach and touch the person in front of you. Because the power of God fell. There's others that's wanting to be saved this morning. I'm still giving you time. It ain't over. Young people back there in the back, make sure you're saved, okay? Make sure that you know. People can talk about me and make fun of me all day for giving an altar call. Start talking. Young people all the way in the back, I'm not forgetting you, young at heart. Just because you've been going to church for 50 years doesn't mean you're going to heaven. You've got to have your name in the Lamb's Book of Life. I preached a revival where a guy had been leading the singing for 52 years. Stepped out at an altar call with tears on his face. I knew him. Wasn't my church, but I've been there several times and watched him lead the congregation. 52 years. He took his glasses off like a 3-year-old child. Knelt down on his knees and he said, I've never been saved or baptized. Over 50 years of going through the motion. It's not a game. He's willing, he's ready. He just wants you to make the step and say, okay, let's do this. That's my simple way. And I promise you, once you get him, and you get him good, in His Word, Hebrews 13:5 says, let your conversation be without covetousness. Be content with such things as you have, for He hath said, I will never leave you or forsake you. That's His Word, friends, and He don't back down. There's still more. I ain't rushing God. Young people, if you want to be saved, push somebody out. I'm watching. I'm waiting.